Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Realm of Ori. In this video, we will continue with Volume 16, Prologue, The Disintegration of Order, Part 1. And before we start, this video contains spoilers from the Tensura light novel. And by the way guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Things used to be in order in the Otherworld. There were three major forces battling for supremacy in this semi-material world that nearly overlapped with the spirit realm and the demon realm but never crossed over. The phantom race is attempting to attack another world. The Insectar race is the one who strives to extend settlement space. Then there's the cryptid race's daily devotion to combat and destruction. Visitors or forces from other dimensions appear from time to time, but whomever they are eventually wiped out by these three powers, along with the original dimension, because their combined force is so strong. It would be impossible to live peacefully in the Otherworld with the presence of these three forces. The Phantom race and the Insectar race were in a constant struggle, but when the Cryptids came in huge numbers, a temporary truce was called to jointly eliminate the Cryptids. A phenomena that had been recurring ever since distant ages. So, they want a place to settle down, always keeping an eye on the outside world and planning how to act aggressively. It won't be easy, obviously. Despite these circumstances, no one has been able to fulfill this long-held ambition. The main issue is that the passage to the Otherworld is not easy to find, and the tunnel that opens only once per 1,000 years is simply a short crack that can occasionally appear owing to a special catastrophe such as spacetime vibration. There are various gates in the world that connect space and time. These fractures are referred to as the Gate of the Underworld or Gate of Hell. It is simple to leave the realm simply using the gate. However, the gate is controlled by the demon race and invading races are not permitted to use it. As a result, these invading aliens are always on the lookout for a way to take control of the gate. Regardless of the circumstances, a balance is established. However, this circumstance has enraged some people. Resentment is always present in this man's heart. Feldway, known as the Phantom King. Feldway remembered something. Veldanava has developed a variety of races, including beings with the desire to keep the world going. Feldway is exactly one that was made. The Seraphs of 7 Pillars, 7 original angels, the 7 most powerful members of the angelic race, Seraphims, established to assist Veldanava in his work, with energy that no awakened demon lord can match. Feldway, who would eventually become the father of the Phantoms, was the head of the 7 Pillars. Feldway vowed loyalty to Veldanava and has led the angels to function as Veldanava's aides for many years after receiving a name to acquire self-consciousness. New races appeared one at a time. As the personification of the Earth, the Titan clan Mad King. As planetary administrator, the Fairy Queen. The vampire's forefathers built and developed a successful civilization on the Earth. Despite the fact that eternity had passed, diversity was rising, from spiritual beings to semi-spiritual creatures to blood clans with physical bodies. All of these processes are progressing, and eventually, by forming a connection with humanity, was born into a realm of other dimensions. Perfect reproductive ability, environmental adaptation, and a rich sense of self with a personality and a desire to unravel the world's mysteries. Veldanava was really happy. The greatest love is given to a race that is so fragile and vulnerable. Veldanava planned to eliminate the threat in the world for the sake of these humans, and when Feldway received this order, he destroyed all terrible demons. However, the last individual left is tricky. It was the dragon Ivarage, who would go on to become the king of the Cryptids. Ivarage appears to have appeared out of nowhere and has no idea how he came to be. He not only has the power to challenge the true dragon race, but he also lacks the intelligence to communicate, and because he acts on instinct to destroy the planet, he may bring the world to an end. Feldway couldn't stop him in a one-on-one situation. Veldanava, unable to watch, took action, shutting Ivarage in the Otherworld and ordering Feldway to keep an eye on it. Feldway stated that the scourge's source should be eradicated completely. It's too risky to do so. However, Veldanava turned down this offer. Ivarage is likely to grow intellect, according to Veldanava. As a result of Ivarage's magicules leaking out into the Otherworld, a new race of cryptids was born. In any case, it's just a degraded version of Ivarage's cryptids, battling continuously all day long out of instinct. Even Feldway, a Veldanava believer, has to consider that this is an existence that should be loathed. The cryptids have been periodically eliminated on a daily basis since then. Change has resulted as a result. The existence of a sentient entity among the cryptids was born, as if to demonstrate what Veldanava had spoken. As the founder of heresy, this is the case. Feldway was even more irritated by Veldanava's delight. This creature was given the name, Zelanus, by Veldanava. This is where Zelanus, the king of the Insectars, was born. Zelanus began to drive away the throng of cryptids on his own, without being told to do so by Veldanava, a move driven completely by his instincts of struggle, but Veldanava acquiesced. It didn't take Zelanus long to form a clan of Insectars who could operate as his right-hand men, and these Insectars grew into a remarkable faction accidentally. Feldway's nature has shifted as well. He was no longer a seraphim as a result of his many years of bathing under the influence of the magicules. Feldway's angels morphed into a different race as well. The original angels were not the only ones that traveled to the Otherworld from Veldanava's celestial realm. 3 stayed with Veldanava, while the other 3, Zelario, Obera, and Cornu, proceeded to the Otherworld to assist Feldway in his foreign world. These 3 mutated and evolved into the Killing Angel clan, together with Feldway. The rest of the angelic species transformed and became self-aware, and they became the Phantom race, a new race that had broken free from the symbiotic link between demons and spirits. Over a lengthy period of time, a new relationship is built in this way. When it came to dealing with the cryptids, Feldway and Zelanus didn't agree on everything, but they still saw each other as helpful beings. As a result, an unspoken understanding of mutual non-interference develops, forging a fighting partnership. However, with Veldanava's disappearance, only that one layer of relationship was left. Veldanava was supposed to be resurrected right away, they thought. Veldanava, on the other hand, hasn't shown any signs of rebirth after hundreds of years. Feldway had an unusual sensation. That's when he realized what he was missing out on. Veldanava is most likely to have abandoned them. It would be impossible to explain why the true dragon race, which was meant to be immortal, did not come back to life if this were not the case. Feldway felt bereft and disappointed if this theory is right. This sentiment is addressed to the entire human race. It isn't simply humans that are affected. There were elves, dwarves, beastmen, and demons among them. All species that can be grouped together as subhumans, in short, man's monstrosity. As a result, he came up with the concept of annihilating them. O Lord Veldanava, if you want to punish me, I expect you to come and punish me. Come on, the world will end if you don't come. Feldway, the Phantom King, set things in motion as if to test the gods. Feldway even went to Zelanus at first. Before riding a wave to the ground, Feldway offered Zelanus his assistance in destroying the cryptids. However, that's ridiculous. There's only one person who can tell me what to do, and since His Majesty is gone, I'll do whatever I want. He was unprepared to listen to Feldway and flatly rejected the proposal. Feldway was enraged when he learned of this. Not rage at having been rejected. It was Zelanus's attitude, acting as though Veldanava had died, that made Feldway's situation difficult to bear. Then I'll take care of you first. Feldway's rage was aimed at the Insectar race in an instant. Perhaps the doomed dragon Ivarage and the cryptids could all be wiped out if Feldway and Zelanus could team up at this time, but it was already an unachievable dream. Ever since, the Phantom clan and the Insectar clan have been at odds, and the actual dawn of battle has arrived. In this way, the Otherworld got very messed up, and the 3 of them started to keep each other in check.